The holiday season is in full swing and poinsettias are everywhere. It's a process that began way back in July. In a nondescript greenhouse near the western edge of Plymouth,
I like that I'm on my feet. It's something different every day.
you'll find Nicole Michelson hard at work.
I like that I'm always moving. I'm not someone who could just sit at a desk all day.
She and several other employees at Len Busch Roses have an important job.
So they have these pots that go around and they have plugs and you put them in the middle of the pot.
These plants may not look like much now, but in roughly 5 months, they'll bring the Christmas spirit to thousands of homes and businesses.
Today you got to see us planting our 2019 poinsettia crop. The crew on the robot is planting stuff that will be ready right in time for Thanksgiving.
Preparation for the 2019 crop began immediately after last Christmas.
How much we're going to grow, when we're going to grow it, what colors, and then the material is ordered so that we can start planting them here in June, July, actually through September.
On this day, the crew working the assembly line planted about 500 poinsettias.
Today is actually the first time I've done the poinsettias on the robot. But last year we did it all by hand.
Thankfully, the workers now have a machine to help with the process. Immediately after they place the plants in their pots, the poinsettias go into large trays, where they're doused with water before being moved to a different part of the greenhouse. And that's where they'll stay for the next few months.
Poinsettias want to be about 20 inches tall, 18 inches tall, so they have a ways to go.
Once it's all said and done,
The entire thing is red.
Len Busch Roses will produce 115,000 poinsettias this year.
That's a lot of plants.
Plants that will eventually play a big role in spreading holiday cheer. Nicole is happy to play her part.
How do you think these things are grown and done? Because they can't just be grown outside by themselves.
We returned in mid-October to capture the next step of the process. The holiday season traditionally kicks off in late November.
Yeah,
But in this Plymouth warehouse,
it's been an ongoing process,
Thanksgiving and Christmas have been on their minds for months.
roughly, yeah.
Len Busch Roses employee Mandy Bergine is hard at work getting poinsettias ready for the next step in their growth process.
Right now, what we're doing is we're kind of taking the tallest plant down to the smallest one, and then we put on these little cages to help them grow a little bit bigger than what they are now.
Once the plants get their cages, they're placed on a conveyor belt. Then a mechanical arm puts them on a large tray that spaces them out to precise specifications. With Thanksgiving less than 2 months away, it's a task that takes up a lot of Mandy's time.
A lot. I don't know how many exactly we've done so far, but I know we've done a lot.
And when she says a lot,
We are out in a house full of our first batch of poinsettias, and you can see that they are starting to turn colors.
it's something you have to see to believe.
There is 150,000 poinsettias.
Much of the joy that comes from the holidays is derived from the colorful decorations of the season, and poinsettias make up a big part of that. But getting to that point
We measure them every week so we know the growth rate and whether they need to be slowed down or picked up.
requires months of tender, loving care before they hit store shelves.
There's a lot of math involved, not just in the spacing, but the timing of the decisions, the decision to spray if needed. Also, when these plants move from where they were in the light to out here into the dark.
Many of these poinsettias were first planted in July, and as long as the technicians give them enough room to grow and provide them with the proper attention, they'll soon turn the familiar shade of red. By mid-November, the plants will be ready for the next step of their journey.
On average, 26 weeks we look at these. So when it comes time to start painting, sparkling, harvesting, it's kind of like, time to go.
We made one last visit to Len Busch Roses the week of Thanksgiving to see the culmination of all their hard work. On a day when Minnesota was a much warmer place,
It's hard to think about Christmas, but for us it's the new normal.
the plants known for spreading holiday cheer
I'm planting poinsettias.
were just a few inches tall.
Yeah.
Nicole Michelson took special care to ensure the poinsettias were placed into their pots just the right way.
Once it gets too fast, we get sloppy. And we want them to grow straight up.
4.5 months later,
Yeah, we started them in the summer, and now it's November, and
it's evident that all her hard work paid off.
they're finally ready to be harvested and everything.
A few days before Thanksgiving, thousands of fully grown poinsettias filled the greenhouses at Plymouth's Len Busch Roses, receiving just enough water thanks to an elaborate irrigation system as they await their next destination.
Since you were here last, they have finished expanding, growing in size and in height. You can see that they're pretty much all ready to ship now.
By Christmas Eve, they'll ship out 115,000 of the festive plants to businesses in the 5-state area.
The poinsettia crop is actually very important to us. It's the largest single crop that we do at the end of the year.
Many of the plants go out looking as natural as can be. But then there are the clients who want a poinsettia with a little more pizzazz.
It gives it that sparkle.
About 10% of the crop gets a coating of fresh paint and glitter to give it a more festive feel. The finished product looks like something out of a fantasy land.
Over the weekend, all of that stuff that is painted will be gone.
In the end, these little plants will go a long way to spreading Christmas cheer. And it all started inside a greenhouse in Plymouth.
Yeah, it's amazing what they come out to look like. Some are so big, some are small. It's just, flowers are amazing.
For a few tips on how to take care of the poinsettias, you can visit our website at ccxmedia.org.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.